Hello, ladies and gentlemen, BeSt here. This is the second set of the MST Group 11, BeSt versus By.herO. The winner of this game will face Han in the winner's match, and the loser will face Baby in the loser's match. So that's where it stands right now. That is By.herO from STX Seoul, a ZVP monster. There's no other way to put it. He is a ZVP terror. If you are a Protoss player, you should be quaking in your boots whenever he's at the other computer. And there is BeSt from SKT1, and I am absolutely favoring HERO big time in this game. BeSt has been looking better as of late. He has been winning a decent number of games for SKT. Much to the chagrin of my fantasy team, he has been winning. I overlooked him, and yeah, a lot of good teams in Fantasy Pro League are doing well because of him, and that makes me sad. But still, I don't think that he's going to be able to take down HERO here. I'd be very, very surprised if he did. HERO is just such a good ZVP player. Very, very smooth. I would call his game very, very smooth, his ZVP. The transitions are very well thought out and well done. It's not... sometimes in ZVP you'll see very clumsy play. You'll see, okay, now it's circlings. Okay, now we're going to lurkers. Now we're going to switching to mutals. You know, it's very much of an impulse based tech switches. With HERO, it's much smoother. There seems to be a greater understanding of the game. Very good overall gameplay from HERO. I actually really do enjoy watching HERO play ZVP, and I hope you guys do as well. This should be pretty fun. I will say that he does have some weaknesses, of course. I'd say one of his major weaknesses is his storm dodging is not always the best. I've seen HERO, most of HERO's losses in ZVP actually come when he misses or doesn't pay attention or whatever, and he loses a ton of high risk to storm and something like that. That is one of the few things in ZVP that he's not particularly good at. But his overall game sense, his overall knowledge of the matchup is very, very good, and I am definitely going to be favoring him in this game. See what he decides to do here. I think that drone is going to make a third hatch. You'll see whether he goes to the top left or if he goes to the 9 o'clock position. I've seen players go with both for their third bases, and it looks like he's actually going to go to the top left. Going to go take that base. Do a spawning pool coming down as well, as the Nexus is going up before any cannons, but he does have that forge up, so he should be able to get cannons up in time and be okay BeSt, as he's scouting this out, and I think he's going to be in okay shape here. Nothing too out of the ordinary going on in this game. Oh, by the way, for my intro, so there's this new song by 303, which is a group I love, and called Deja Vu. So I decided to take their song, steal it, and like put it at the beginning of my videos. We'll see whether or not YouTube decides to like say screw you, gives me the big middle finger, and says I'm copyright infringement or whatever. But I feel like I edited out parts of the song, so I kind of have just pieces of it, a piece of it. So I'm hoping that maybe it'll survive. But if it doesn't, meh, whatever, I'll stop putting it in and then re-upload or whatever. But hopefully it will survive, because I think it's hilarious that there's a song called Deja Vu that's not sung by Beyonce, and it's kind of cool. So that's what that was at the beginning of this this video. Anyways. But as nothing too important is going on here in the early stages of the game. Very, very standard stuff going on here. And we do have a Hydra's Den actually coming up before a Spire. So there we go. Now we're no longer standard. There we go. Hydra's Den coming up before Spire. That is not normal at all. And no layer is started, so this doesn't look like it's going to be lurkers. Right now with only 3 hatches down, you got to think this is going to be some 3-hatch Hydra. And yeah, that is kind of a little bit of a cheesy move. Definitely a... pretty all-in, mostly. If you don't do a ton of damage with your 3-hatch Hydra, you're going to fall behind here. Let's go. Maybe he's skipping Spire entirely. We'll go straight for 5-hatch Hydra without Spire. That would be kind of an interesting build. Normally you'll see the Scourge out to deal with the Corsairs, but maybe he's trying to catch BeSt completely by surprise. It would be kind of interesting. But yeah, right now it does look like we've got some 3-hatch Hydra coming, and there is the Stargate morphing in. The Hydra's Den is complete, so we should be seeing some Hydras spawning very, very shortly. And should be able to start putting some pressure onto BeSt here. And what is this drone doing? This drone is wandering out. Where is it going? Where is it going? Come on, observer. don't ruin me. Actually throwing down a 4th hatchery. Okay, so it looks like we're going to have a 3-hatch Hydra pressure into 4-hatch macro for Hero. So this isn't going to be an all-in 3-hatch Hydra. Definitely isn't going to be a little bit cheesy in the sense that this is kind of an unorthodox timing attack with these with the Hydras, but it's not going to be as all-in as you'll see with 3-hatch Hydra, which is normally just a ton of Hydras being pumped and pumped and pumped and no drones. What that 4th hatchet will allow him to do is also be able to get some drones out, and because he's already spent the minerals on that, of course he'll be able to produce just less Hydras than he would otherwise. But that will give him put him in good position as we head into the mid game if needs be. We do have a second Stargate for BeSt coming up, so there's going to be a heavy Corsair build, and that's actually going to somewhat struggle against this heavy Hydra build from Hero. A heavy Hydra build with very much an aggressive Hydra build is going to be difficult for him to deal with 2 Stargates pumping Corsairs and not as many gateways. And here come the Hydras coming in to start picking out this Corsair, and that Corsair not getting out of the way. Is it going to go down? And the Corsair just barely survives in the red. BeSt a little bit sloppy there already from BeSt. Here come the Hydras with some Zerglings trying to put on some pressure. Looks like that Dragoon is almost down, and the Zealot does go down. The Dragoon is down. A couple cannons up, and a couple cannons are morphing as well. Probes coming off the line. One of the cannons does go down. Now we've got some Hydras streaming into the area, and yeah, not really many units at all. Just a single Zealot as well as a couple cannons. 1 cannon goes down. 3 cannons morphing in, and probes off the line to try and defend here. This is awful for BeSt. I think this is going to be the end for BeSt. Another cannon being cancelled or destroyed, and look at all these probes going down. Bang, bang, bang. One after another. This cannon is just about done as well. It is burning down. It is done. So yeah, this game is over. There's GG from BeSt. That is it. A very quick ending to this game. Surprisingly quick. Maybe I was expecting a little bit more of a longer paced game, but there you go. Here's going to advance to the winners match to play Han. Should be kind of fun there. See if Han's got anything to take down this ZVP Maestro Senor By.herO. And then BeSt is going to be going to the losers match to play Baby, and I gotta say that's kind of a surprising losers match. So whether of either Baby or BeSt is not going to be advancing into the MSL, possibly neither. But both of them had to have aspiring high hopes to advance to the MSL, and one of them, if not both of them, is not going to. So that should be a very interesting losers match. I will see you guys all in the winners match next up.